Hello, I'm Teacher Lang. I've been making videos on YouTube since about 2006, where I gained some popularity from making a lot of videos that would go viral because I was doing either like some kind of hoax or something a lot of people just like to watch and they like to spread it among their friends. I did videos about World of Warcraft, where I did some stories on that. I did videos about Diablo 2 and stuff, and I did some stories about that. I make cooking videos. I do like religious views videos, all kinds of crazy stuff. I just talk about random philosophy. I'm a man of the people. I had at one point like 20,000 subscribers on my original account, and it got banned because I was playing Godfather 2. I was doing like this video game of the week update. I'd show you all the games I played throughout the week, and one of them was Godfather 2. And Godfather 2 has some topless women in it. And at the time, this was just as Google bought YouTube, and they didn't like that, and they banned my account. Plus, some other people had like flagged my videos illegally because they were claiming I used their content when I didn't. But basically, I lost all of my subscribers, and I've been regaining them back to about like 7,000, I think I'm up to again. So, back in my heyday, we used to get huge amounts of people, and we would all play, like, Grand Theft Auto, and we would troll people, like, we'd all get in little choppers, and we would just attack a guy in a giant 747. I'll show you a clip of that. This is an example of when we used to, like, get big groups together.
I think the plane's having trouble taking off. Plane's like a train or
everybody's slamming the wall set.
I just seen it sit on this guy.
Plane.
Just took a screenshot.
And the plane is gone. Shit. Everybody attack this red car guy.
I've transferred to a new vehicle.
Everybody meet at the end of the runway. We're going to pick a random target and just assault him.
Can we range some?
This purple guy.
I got a red car coming right there, red car.
Red car,
red car.
It's at the bridge,
Red car, everybody.
Land on him, everybody land on him. Fuck him up. You imagine just getting
Oh shit. Everyone just
land
land on
car. Give us them. Look at these red cars.
Let the cargo bob. Who's in the cargo bob?
I'm the mothership.
Oh shit! Oh!
Tanker!
Oh my god, he's probably like
the tanker!
I'm sitting on him. I'm sitting right on him.
We just fucked up a plane. He just got caught in their swarm. Look at that. It's like a bird getting stuck in a spider web.
And of course, you can't forget the time that I hoaxed G4 TV by saying that I had an early copy of Diablo 3 beta. This was like less than a year after they announced Diablo 3. It wasn't even, it was like another year, 2 or 3 or something. It was like years later when they actually came out with the game. But what I did was I told them that I was a brain cancer patient, and the Make-A-Wish Foundation gave me a copy of the beta as one of my wishes for the Make-A-Wish Foundation. And I made like 4 videos where I came up with all this fake lore and characters that I had been playing against. And I just made up a bunch of stuff that I wanted the game to have, but I was just making it all up. But it sounded legit because there was just so much information I just came up with. So G4 TV had to go on TV and tell people that I didn't actually have a copy of the game. What I did was I made a video that I just took the footage of the gameplay footage they had, and I used Photoshop. I made like a fake pause screen, and I like held my keyboard up and I showed myself hitting escape. Not this keyboard. This is a fucking badass new keyboard I had at the time. I had a shitty Logitech. But anyway, I was pausing the game and I had it synced up with the video, so it looked like it was actually pausing when I was hitting the button, but it was actually just me watching the video that I previously edited. So it was pretty cool. Here's a clip of that debunking on TV. Oh, hello. I've just been playing the new Diablo 3 from Blizzard Entertainment. The greatest game ever made. Also, you've been asking me to make a video about Diablo 3. Let me just show you something over here. So many emails. Diablo 3 video. D3, D3, D3. Oh my fucking god, 3. Oh shit. Oh my god, Diablo 3. This is just like the first page. I got like 3 pages of this crap. Hey everybody, just playing a little more Diablo 3. He's still sticking out of the wall right there. Let's just pause it right there. See that guy? The whole map is destructible, so he's sticking out of the wall. Oh, by the way, a lot of people don't believe this is a real pause screen. Look at that. I mean, I can just pause it all day long. I don't know why this looks fake to you. I mean, a lot of you are saying because my escape key's not over here. This is a G15 keyboard. Escape key's right here on the G15. And they're saying that I'm not using my mouse because the mouse was like over here. Look, this goes to my other computer, which is down there. This is a different mouse. I don't use that mouse. And look, it's all for real pause screen. What the hell is wrong with you guys? Don't believe shit. Another thing people are saying that there's black bars above this thing. That's just like my TV. If you change the dimensions of it, you can change all that crap, make it full screen, whatever. I use a big TV as my monitor because I'm neat like that. Because I got the specialist over here. He's in the bathroom doing something, and he's gonna show me some CAT scans that he got, and we're gonna compare them to like a normal brain when he gets in here. Oh, here he is. Come on in. He's kind of short, so you want this stool or? Yeah, why don't you have a seat right over there?
Smashing a few Diablo 3 rumors that originated with a series of YouTube videos posted by a user named T2Darlatan. The user claims to be playing a playable beta version of the recently announced Diablo 3. Blizzard tells XPlay, quote, there is no beta of the game yet. He doesn't truly know any secrets about the game, as he claims. For all of the latest and truest information.
So, a lot of you are probably watching this because you've heard about me on Dreamfall, Epoch server for DayZ, which I kind of gained legendary status. Which, if I really put my mind to it, I can gain legendary status on a lot of things. Like, I lost my fame from YouTube, but I've been considering refamosing myself, which would take a little bit of work, but it's not really that hard to do if you know what you're doing. But basically, there's been some accusations, not accusations, but people have accused me of breaking the rules, which I've been riding a fine line, but I think I'm in the clear. Ethically and morally. I'll show you an example on Photoshop here of the situation with this guy named Sketchy from about a week and a half or so ago. I think it was before the server wiped even. Over a 2 10-ounce Gold Bar SUV that he says I stole from him in a God mode area, which I did, but he was chasing me. He wasn't there to buy anything. He had 2 SUVs towed together. He's not going to an aircraft dealer to buy a chopper because a chopper can't tow 2 towed vehicles. The Mi-17 can't lift it up because it's towed together. And otherwise he'd be abandoning his cars there, so there's no reason for him to be there except to chase me and try to harass me. I just happened to be in a situation where I had no health, so I had to take away his weapon, which was the cars. So here's, for all you admins and things that have been watching my videos, everybody's like super onto me right now, and they're watching my videos and critically analyzing everything I do. I was building a base last night with an admin in the form of a cow watching every move I made. So they're all up in my shit and they're watching my videos looking for me to make a mistake. But I got 6,000 people on here that can testify that I don't break rules. I don't cheat. I don't hack. I don't pay to win most games unless you kind of have to. That's why I like playing the server, because all these people are donating, they're paying all this money, and we're doing strategies and getting their stuff for free, legitimately. And people don't like that because a lot of the server I found out is like 75% young kids. And kids these days, they weren't brought up right. They're brought up like to think that you get a participation trophy whenever you play a sport. Everybody has to be a winner, and they don't like this, that they're doing all this work and we're taking it back from them. So maybe I need to have some kind of community event where I give away stuff to the kiddos and make them feel like they've won or something. I don't know. Help my reputation out a bit. But I kind of like being the king of bandits on the server. Here's this incident with this guy named Sketchy, and you can decide if I did the right thing or not. Here's basically what was going on that night. Here's an AI mission that was just west of the airfield where you can buy planes, helicopters, and things at the aircraft dealer. Now this green zone around it indicates the God mode area where you can't be killed, and supposedly there's a rule that if you're in combat, or somebody's chasing you, I guess, now I know about this, you can't run into this God mode area. So this is where the rules get kind of, I kind of bent the rules. I wouldn't say I cheated or anything. I came to the aircraft dealer, bought a Mozzie, and I was flying around. I went through here and I flew around. I was circling this AI mission to see what was going on, and I noticed a couple of bogeys. There was a camo SUV coming in from this direction. That's not very nice. Then there was a UAZ parked right here, and I landed my Mozzie like right about here, and I went on foot. Let's change this to black, lower this down a bit. Okay, so this guy right here, I don't know where he was coming from. He wasn't really in play. I think this UAZ came from here. I landed here, I walked on foot up to this UAZ to see what was going on, and I got killed. So I died. So then I had to come all the way back from Kamenka on a motorcycle. I came back to my Mozzie, right? I get in my Mozzie, I fly about 10 feet, and I crash, and it explodes, and I have no health. Clear up this board a bit. Okay, so I'm here with no Mozzie now, and I'm almost dead. And what do? I go to this UAZ that was parked here before. It's unlocked. So I'm starting to get in it, and another SUV towing another SUV, two camo SUVs towed together, come flying at me and try to run me over from this direction. Alright? I have no health because my Mozzie exploded. So I roll to the side, I dodge them, I get in this UAZ, and I start driving. By the way, I had 4 gold bars in my backpack because my Mozzie had blown up and I was going to buy a new one. So I was going here anyway to buy a new Mozzie. But this guy with his camo SUVs chased me, and he never shot at me, so I wasn't really in combat. I just avoided getting squished, and then he kept chasing me. So once we got to the aircraft dealer, I started taunting him, and I was like, "What now, bitch? What now?" And he got out of his car, and I untowed his back SUV, and he had the other SUV that was, I guess he got out and he locked it. So I got in this one that was, I just untowed it. It was unlocked. I don't know if it's his. Maybe he stole it off somebody over here at the AI mission. I don't know where he got it from. And then once he got out of his, I towed his to the back of this one. So now I'm driving both of them just like he was. Get the eraser tool and bam, his SUV is gone. I'll erase the whole map. Anyway, so I have both of the SUVs and I drive them up to Bash, which is not on the map, and I sell this one that was unlocked and I don't know who it belongs to. So is that stealing? I don't know who it was. It could have been anybody's. I made like 2 10-ounce gold bars, which who gives a shit? It's not that much money. This one was locked. I never got in the driver's seat. I couldn't sell it. So when a server reset, it would appear right back here, and he could just come get it. But since it was a safe zone and it was God mode area, they say you can't do that. So I guess from the future I won't do that. But if you're at a bike trader down south, it's perfectly fine to steal at a God mode zone. What's the difference between an aircraft dealer and a bike dealer? I have no idea. It seems to be the exact same situation, ethically and morally, to me. But that's just me. Maybe I'm crazy. Because I had heard that you can't steal in Clen and Starry, Sabor, and Bash. Because those are the trader cities. Anything else, anything goes. But maybe I'm wrong about that, I don't know. The admins tell me that you can't steal from any God mode area except bike traders. Why bike traders? Because bikers are assholes? I don't know. I don't know why they come up with this one rule. But that's basically what happened. You be the judge. Was that wrong? I don't think it was wrong. First of all, this guy's SUVs were his weapon to kill me. And taking them out of the picture not only saved my life, but it made me a little bit of money and got revenge on him. I wasn't sitting here in God mode zone all day long. People sit in Starry and they try to get stuff out of your backpacks. And when I say, you know, I show you some loot that I get in a video out of a safe and it's got tons of shit in it, and I say I stole all this, I don't mean I sat and I cheated and I got it out of somebody's backpack. I mean I spent like an hour camping somebody's safe and I shot him and took it. Or I shot him out of a vehicle and took their vehicle and it was loaded with stuff. I steal it legit. Legit banditry. I don't cheat, I don't hack. So actually I would probably make a good admin, only I don't really have time because of all my banditry. Yes, admin Chris Redfield, please. Chris Redfield for admin. So the other thing that was kind of, they didn't understand from my first video where I showed we were in this guy's base. It was a concrete base, didn't have a roof on it, and when we found it, it was like that. It didn't have a roof, it had wooden doors, and they didn't understand how we were getting inside the safes inside this room. Here's how it happened. We sawed through his wooden doors with chainsaws, and we dug up his plot pole, which you have to build a base. You can steal people's plot poles and you can put them back down, and now that base becomes yours. You can maintain it and you can build on it. So we built some metal doors in place of his wooden doors, and it became our base. And we brought some safes. We put some of our safes in the room with his safes. So this guy had 10 safes of his own, we had 4 safes. So we all logged out. This guy, he was a $15 donor, I found out, and he spent like 18 hours. He was up all night, 30 hours. He hadn't slept, something crazy. He was like all distraught about it. He had people flying helicopters at us. And he ended up satchel charging his way back into his base, and he got the plot pulled back. So now he owns this base with our safes in it and his safes in it. He had 10 safes, we had 4 safes, but he can't get in ours and we can't get in his. But a friend of mine had logged out inside the base before he took it back. So my friend was inside the base and he couldn't get out. He was trapped between an airlock door. He couldn't get in, he couldn't get out, he was just stuck there. And he put a roof on it so he couldn't be airlifted out. So he bargained with him, and I told him the combination of one of our safes in a deal so we could get my friend out, and the safe was actually empty so he didn't get anything, but then they threw a grenade at my friend and they killed him. So one of our safes got taken back by them, but the other safe with all their stuff in it, we took all their stuff out of all these crates and gun racks and we loaded them into our safes. So we've been spending like 2 weeks trying to get back into this base to get all of our loot. And I think this guy finally rage quit and quit the server, and since he didn't maintain his base, his roofs disappeared and we were able to fly in and get all of our stuff out. That's what I was showing you in the video. One of the other things that people really don't like about me was this incident where I shot these guys that were in the same TeamSpeak channel as me. Now this guy's base I just took over, by the way, the next day he changed his name. He was like Caffeinated Drink and he changed his name to Magic Dragon. And he starts messaging me, or talking in side chat, like, who raided that base last night? And I said, I did. And he said, come on TeamSpeak and talk to him. And he was pretending to be my friend. We played for like 3 or 4 hours. And he had this different name, you know. And then I got tired and I was going to leave. And he's like, no, play 5 more minutes. Just 5 more minutes. And I knew he was up to something. I was like, you're just going to shoot me in the head just now, weren't you? You're a Caffeinated Drink. You changed your name. And he's like, yep. So he was in the TeamSpeak channel with me. Actually, it might have been on Skype, so it might have been okay. But he was doing the actual, that's rule breaking, when you're trying to like use somebody in TeamSpeak and find out where they are to kill them. But here's a situation where this was also one of those fine line situations. I've already explained this in another video, but me and my friend were in TeamSpeak in our own channel by ourselves, but we had fake names. I wasn't Chris Redfield, I was using Bane, right? He was using Bad or something. We just used random names. And then Friendly Bash and some admins and a bunch of people came into our chat room, and we just kind of shut up. We didn't say anything, and they start talking about where they are. And then they did like an event in Cherno, and then everybody died in Cherno event, so they all were new spawns, and I thought I would just fuck with them for the lulz. This wasn't me trying to bandit them or anything. I went and found a guy, and I shot his 4-wheeler, and then I sniped the other 2 guys. And they all had Makarovs, and I didn't loot anybody. I wasn't gaining anything. This was just like a fun, hey, I'm in the chat room with you, you've been telling me where you are, I'm Chris Redfield kind of thing. I was just playing with people. And that's like one of the main things everybody hates me for. Everybody's like accusing me of like saying I'm friendly and then killing somebody, and I don't even know where that came from. I didn't do that. I think I might be confused with somebody else too, but that's just the way legends work. When you become a legend, the rumors spread and it kind of goes crazy. None of this was cheating. This is all legit banditry. This is what the game's about. This is why DayZ is a scary game, where you have to watch your back at all times and always be wary of people that might come up on you. Like this guy, we caught him, he was in his base. He had a bunch of construction materials in his safe. He was working on building his base. I think this guy might have been a $30 donor or something. I flew a Mozzie onto his roof, and it took me a long time because roofs are glitchy. You can't just land it straight down. You gotta keep wiggling it until you get it to land right. I had an LMG. I went in there, went down the stairs, and I caught him with an open safe and I shot him. And all of that stuff was so heavy, it took forever to lift it out into the chopper, lift that to the ground, put it into a car, go back up, get another load. I kept passing out and having to reconnect to the server. It was a whole deal. There's a lot of work that goes into banditry, guys. If you want to be a bandit, it's just as much work as farming AI missions, but it's way more fun, and you don't have to worry about people like running you over and breaking your legs, which I don't like. I don't like when you're doing all this work, you're killing all these NPCs, and all of a sudden some guy comes out of nowhere, almost like he teleported onto you, and breaks your legs. So I let them do all the work, and I do all this work figuring out where their shit is. I gather intelligence, and I plan attacks. I time a lot of this stuff so that people aren't on the server at certain times. And, you know, if it can be filmed and put on YouTube without giving away too much information where I can't do it anymore, then I'll show you what I do. But, you know, can't show you everything. But I guarantee you, I'm not cheating. Let me give you an example of another player with a completely different strategy. It's Friendly Bash. Friendly Bash's superpower is that he's friendly. So, since I have a bad reputation, everybody on the server hates me because I'm the legend Chris Redfield. Friendly Bash told this guy, we killed him and he respawned, and he saw this SUV, and the guy gives him a ride. He tells him that he's going to kill Chris Redfield, and the guy gives him a DMR and a bunch of ammo, I guess, for it. So we thought he'd hacked because he just died, and he gets back to our base in less than 5 minutes with a brand new DMR and a full thing of mags. That's just Friendly Bash being friendly. Somehow it worked out for him. My strategy is to be a bandit and be a dick. His strategy is to be friendly and be friends with everybody and have them give him stuff. Either way works. Whatever you can do. That's life. That's DayZ. I'm not really an asshole. It's just a game. I play a character in the game. I roleplay an asshole, but I'm not really an asshole. I'm really a nice guy. I'd probably make a good admin, but I don't really have time to spend on stuff like that. It would probably be hard to not use information. Like, I think Terror got in trouble last night. It was a misunderstanding because somebody thought he was abusing his stuff. But Terror's like a really good admin because he has teleported onto me and saw my secret stashes and stuff. He knows where all my shit is. He watches out of my eyes a lot of the time, and he doesn't tell anybody anything. It doesn't seem like. I mean, nobody comes upon us out of nowhere, like they just knew where we were. So I have to assume he's not telling people shit. So if you can do that, and you don't abuse your admin powers, that's pretty awesome. So anyway, I'm going to try to frap some more stuff. I know you guys like to see some banditry in action. I really wish I'd frapped the time I got into this guy's GPK and I took his chainsaw and a bunch of gold and stuff out of his car and I jumped out and got in my car and drove off. Because that's the kind of stuff that's awesome. I have some plans for some stuff that I might be doing later on that's really going to be good. But, for example, I had this idea. This is not going to work, so I can go ahead and tell you about it. If we had like 3 people, a lot of these bases have combination locks on the front door. And if you know the right door to get you into the right place that might have like open crates, open gun racks, or plot holes or something like that, I was thinking you could brute force a padlock. Because the padlock has 3 digits, which is a possible 1,000 combinations if you go from 000 to 999. So if you just roll the thing one time and then click unlock, that's like 1 second click, 1 second click, 1 second click. So that's 1 attempt per second, right? Let me get a calculator out here. So if you did 1,000 combinations divided by 60, that's 16 minutes to do 1,000 combinations, I think. Like 16.6 minutes for one guy to do 1 lock, like all the way through. Now if you had 2 guys or 3 guys, you could reduce that by 3. You could do padlock in 5 minutes, somewhere around there. If you had 3 guys all clustered up hitting the same lock and you all split up the numbers, like I'm going to go from 333 to 666, you do 666 to 999, you know. But it doesn't work because there's a 5-second delay. If you miss 5 combinations, it makes you wait 5 seconds, and then you kind of get confused on what number you're on. It takes way longer than that. If you're not doing like 1 a second, it's going to be like 5 times as long. It will be like 2 hours or something to get through 1 padlock with 1 guy or something. Maybe even longer than that. I forgot how the math works out, but stuff like that. I thought about maybe using 3 guys with 3 sledgehammers and beating on concrete walls and knocking them down, but I tried knocking down a wall. I hit a thing 700 times with a sledgehammer. Then I put 7 satchel charges into it and like 3 full clips of GPK ammo, which is M2 machine gun, and the wall still didn't go down, so I don't know how the health works. I thought it was like 3,500 or 3,000 health for a upgraded concrete wall. But they don't go down, so those are 2 of my failed attempts at banditry. But I'll try to keep you guys updated with some more action, since here's the thing, I thought I was going to get banned last night for this SUV, but turns out they just banned me on TeamSpeak, and then my friends got on there and talked to him and told him the situation of what was going on. I had like 7 other people I play with, or 10 people or something like that, and if I get banned, we're pretty much all going to quit the server probably and go somewhere else. So I guess they'd rather have a little bit of legendary Chris Redfield bandit action and just have these little kiddos deal with it and grow up and learn to be adults.